Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Sergeant Seeloff. Today we're going to be going over math fundamentals, and we're going to be going over the correlation between the decimals, fractions, and percentages, and the relationships that they all have with one another, right? Beginning into it, we're just going to start with something easy. Let's start with 25 over 100. Well, as a fraction, you always need to remember it must always be simplified down to the smallest level, right? I left it here just on the non-simplified version just so you remember 25 over 100. But what it's going to actually simplify down is to 1 over 4, right? So that's the fraction itself. Now we're going to move over to the percentage. We know it's 25% over 100. 100 is the total, right? Whereas the 25 is the part. That's just going to end up equaling 25%. Right. Finally, we're going to go ahead and get the decimal version of it. So we're going to go back to the 4 over 1. And all that's going to be is 4 divided by 1. 4 can't go into 1. So we're going to put 0. Going to put the decimal. Right? This is going to create 10. 4 can go into 10 2 times. That leaves you with 2. Bring down the 0. Now it's going to be 20. 4 can go into 20 5 times. So our decimal answer is going to be 0.25. Our percentage is going to be 25%, and our fraction is going to be 1 over 4. Right? Now let's go into a slightly more difficult one. We're going to go ahead and do 7 over 25. So keep in mind, 7 over 25 is as simplified as it can be. In order to know what the percentage is, we're just going to do the math to get the conversion of the percentage. So what that's going to look like is 7 over 25 times 100% over 1, which is the total. Now, before we do the math, we know that we can reduce. 25 can go into 100 4 times. 25 can go into 25 1 time. So it ends up being 7 times 4, which equals 28, and 1 times 1, which equals 1, which means it's going to become 28%. So 7 over 25 is going to be our fraction. 28% is going to be our percentage. Finally, we once again want to get the decimal. So what that's going to be is it's going to be 25 over 7. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and make some room for this. $25 over 7. Well, we know it can't go into there. Put the decimals so that we can make the zeros. 25 going into 70, we know that that's going to end up equaling 2. Going to create 50. Leaves you with 20. Now we're going to make another 0. Bring it down. 25 is going to go into 200 8 times. So what it ends up being is 0.28. That's the decimal. So our fraction is going to be 7 over 25. Our percentage is going to be 28%. And finally, the decimal is going to be 0.28. So these are examples of how you would make these work with one another and how you would get the decimals, the fractions, and the percentages.